Okay, I have a question for you. So, how many of you watch The Biggest Loser? How many of you saw Mike and Katie on The Biggest Loser finale? That was awesome. Me and my mom will, like, sit on the couch and watch Biggest Loser, and it's ridiculous. We'll, like, mow down on food while we're watching it. We're like, they're so expiring. Like, it's ridiculous. But, I don't really have like a super funny introduction. I'm just going to get right into it. It's been kind of a heavy night, so I hope you guys are ready for heaviness and not to laugh. So, from the age like 14 to 17, I sat around on the couch a lot. Couch potato, look, that's my sermon title. Katie made that. Isn't she awesome? I love Katie. But, okay, so around 14 and 17, I spent a lot of time on the couch. And when you're on the couch and you're just watching TV, you gotta have snacks. Like, you can't just sit here and watch TV. You have to have something to do with your hands because, I don't know, you gotta have some type of exercise, which doesn't even, like, count because you're eating, like, fried fat. It doesn't even matter. But anyways. So you get a little hungry, and so I've got my handy-dandy junk food bag with me and my water in case I get thirsty. But yeah, I've got my junk food bag, and let's see what I got in here. So 14 to 17, this is what I would eat on a daily basis from age 14 to 17. Oh, by the way, let me just like prep it with this. This is like illustrations. Nothing I pull out of here is like actually real, so don't go crazy. Daily basis, what would I eat age 14 to 17? A few beers. This is actually cream soda, but kind of looks like a beer bottle. But yeah, a few beers every day. What else do I have in here? Drugs. Look, it even says drugs on it. Cigarettes. Smoke every day. I found a way to make this online. I like folded it up myself. I've got porn, we do that, but every day. And, oh, this is like a tiny little razor. I've got it in this paper thing, so I won't actually cut myself because it's sharp. So I folded it up in paper. And I would cut about every day, more than once a day, actually. And, oh, look here. This one's fun. Guide to Satanism. This is actually a Bible that I put paper around because I don't have a book that's called Guide to Satanism. But I was a Satanist, and I actually went through a lot of religions, just checking them out and stuff, and reading about them, and then I wanted more, and I was like, oh, I'm not really satisfied with just reading about other religions. I want to experience them and try them out and see how they fit, like trying on a pair of shoes, seeing how they fit. And can I just tell you guys, when you know, I mean, I'm not against like learning about other religions. I think that's good because you need to know what you believe and you need to know what other people believe. But I took it like 5 steps further, and I started practicing these other religions. And Satanism was the one I was most into, and that opens up so many dark and terrible doors into your life. It's so scary. So many terrible things can happen. It's bad. Anyways. And I've got, oh, this one's a fun one. Sexual promiscuity. I think that's how you pronounce that word. I couldn't think of like an aid, so I just wrote it on a piece of paper. And can I just like a tiny little rabbit trail. A sexual promiscuity, this isn't just like going around and having sex with people. Like, if you are just doing like other stuff that's not intercourse, it's still sex. They call it oral sex because it's sex. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. And these things ruined my life from age 14 to 17, and I really don't want you guys to have to go through these things. The list goes on and on. Okay, let me see if I can try and paint the picture a little bit further. Wow, these lights are really bright. And they're making me lose my train of thought, so I apologize. But, these things will ruin your life, you guys. I don't want you to have to go through these. I don't want you to have to experiment for yourself. And if you have experienced one or more of these things, then you know that they're not worth it. And maybe you're experiencing more one of them right now, and like you're living your life with these things in it. And it's easy to just make your heart hard and say, I can live my life this way, and this is fun. And you know what? Sin is fun for a season, but the reason it's only fun for a season isn't because you get bored or you grow out of it. It's because you start to feel the side effects of why God made rules that said we can't do it, because it hurts us. It's so painful. You guys, I don't want you to get this mindset of, oh, I'm in high school or I'm in junior high and I can party now. You know, she did it, I did it, and you know, she's good right now. She looks like she's doing good. I don't want you to get that mindset, because I still suffer from the scars of these, the physical scars for one, and the emotional scars. Like, they'll never go away. I can't even express it to you enough. Like, there's still nights where I lay in my bed and cry myself to sleep because of the emotional scarring that these things have had on me. And I don't want anyone to have to go through that ever, ever, ever. Please learn from my mistakes. Take my word for it. Don't try it yourself. It's not worth it. The list goes on and on. So in between that age of 14 to 17, I had a little break. When I was like 16, I had this huge revelation in my life. And God basically just snapped me out of everything that I was in. And I remember thinking to myself, I either take one step further away from God and keep on going the path I'm going and be cut off from him completely, or I have to turn around now. This is my last chance. And I was so deranged. I was crazy. But Satan had such a tight grip on my heart, and it doesn't get that way overnight. It gets that way from doing one little thing at a time. And it's a slow fade. I love that song. I don't know who sings it, but Passing Crowns, that's what I heard. Anyways, it's a slow fade. Okay, not that long ago, Pastor Mike preached a sermon series called Flirting with Temptation. Is that what it was? Flirting with Temptation. Like, and you kind of playing like with your foot in the fire, you know, kind of like, oh, I can just like stand a little close to the edge, kind of like look over and see what's over there. Don't do that. What are you doing? Run away from the edge. It's like a long fall, and there's fire at the bottom of it. Run away. It's scary. Like, seriously. Okay, so anyways, I'm 16, and I was in the back seat of my mom and my stepdad's car, and we were driving home from the grocery store, which I didn't want to be there with them. I was so hateful, and this is how bad it was. My parents wouldn't let me be home by myself, so they made me go with them whenever they went grocery shopping because they thought I would kill myself. And so we're driving home from the grocery store, and I just remember this feeling of, wow, it's just me right now. Like, there wasn't any like dark presence or any demon. And I know this is heavy stuff, and some of you probably won't even believe some of the things I'm telling you, but there are huge chunks of my life in those 3 years that I don't even remember. I have no recollection of them because a lot of it wasn't me. And I remember in that moment, it was just me there, and I was like, okay, this is my opportunity. I'm not going to get this opportunity again. I have to chase after God now and take advantage of this, or forever turn my back on him. So I took advantage of it, and I prayed